What is up? No opening song tonight.
I was gonna say, man.
Raw dog.
Yeah, we ain't going with no fucking song tonight. Either welcome back for another episode of The Tailgate Show. What's going on? What's up? What's happening? What is the deal?
I just don't understand why like Dalton and Nagy's romance is so magically delicious. Like they promised Dalton his lucky charms and fucking that little fucking leprechaun, man. I don't know what they promised him when they brought him in.
Bro, red-haired Foles. Like,
I don't.
Fuck this team for once again making me talk about bad quarterbacks and debate fucking bad quarterbacks. Like, I'm literally slogged down in a hell pit of quarterback discussions about Andy fucking Dalton and Nick fucking Foles. They both suck. They both fucking suck.
Well, you know why.
Then there's your show.
the reason being it's not like I don't think Dalton absolutely sucks, but like we got Fields, man. Like, do you see what this kid is? Do you see what this kid, how mature he is? Like the things he's doing on the field.
It's literally like you got a brand new car and it's in the garage, and you're out front trying to choose whether to ride a 10-speed to work or to fucking take your Razor scooter to work. Which one is better? And meanwhile, you have a fucking Ferrari in the fucking garage. Not ready to take that out yet, though. Not ready for that shit. We're gonna choose between this shit pile and this shit brick.
Around here, you riding the scooter? That's the old DWI wagon. It's like, oh, that guy got popped.
Like, let me ask you guys this: who's a better quarterback for our offensive line?
It's Justin
Fields.
Like, what quarterback? So let me just ask the second question because it's going to lead to the same answer.
Okay, go ahead.
What quarterback is going to have the defense pumped up to get the ball back to the offense?
Justin Fields.
Justin Fields.
He changes the whole dynamic of the team, the whole vibe, the whole energy.
Is dynamic.
Like, come on, man.
Like somebody was out there saying like, oh, they just don't want. Maybe Nagy's being really coy, not letting a team, not have to game plan for Andy Dalton. I was like, there's no game planning for Andy Dalton.
Don't
like
suck.
It's just the fucking game plan against Andy Dalton is the same as the game plan against Mitch after he stopped running.
And that's the thing
Make
too.
him throw.
The game plan, right? When you have the game plan against Fields, not only do you have to watch film all week, you're gonna have to game plan while the game's going on because he's gonna fuck with you. Like Andy Dalton, he is who he is. You know what I mean? Like
that game against that, like this whole fucking thing is such a. And I was talking about last week about fucking blue balls. This whole shit is such a dick tease that the whole first half of the Tennessee game was just bullshit. Like they barely had the ball.
Yeah.
They barely had the ball. Nagy was like, oh, guess what? You're running the I formation. Like, we're not letting you do shit.
Right.
They couldn't get shit done. The offensive line, even though it was the starters, didn't look that great. You got weird-ass plays where you got...
Ifedi, dude.
Yeah, Ifedi sucks
He gives up his outside shoulder, gets popped by the one fist, and then it's curtains for him. It's like, dude...
Is that why in the chat with the get better up front? So here's the thing: get better up front, right? You're blocking for fucking Dalton. How are you gonna like that? You're not blocking for Fields. It's a different vibe. Like, just get him in there. He makes life easier for the O lineman. Let's go, man.
And again, it's different type of blocking. It's like literally the same shit is happening that happened when it was Foles and Mitch. You have two offenses. And the O line is doing different shit in both offenses. And the shit that they do with Justin is just better for everybody. They're moving forward.
Rodney Adams asking him to block that's just Nagy's stupidness.
Chris Lacey, who just got cut today, had to try to fucking make a block in the backfield.
Was he the first cut?
He was cut, and they cut Archibong. They cut
don't tell me Snowden,
Lacey. They cut Deontay Ruffin.
Ruffin whipped on that tackle, though. He should have been cut right on the that.
Well, he got cut, and then they brought him back. And then he got cut again. Can you imagine? Like, you get fired from your job and then they call you back and they're like, hey, you know what? We actually, you want to have another chance? You want to have another chance? And then you fucking go.
It's kind of like us, right? It's kind of like us. We just keep coming back for more.
Time to fuck out. We're not letting any Jar Jar Binks fucking references slide, dude. That no fucking way is that going to fly, bro.
What do you say?
He made a Jar Jar Binks reference, and he's like, Minksa back. That was what Jared just fucking said. That's a penalty. Wow. That is a 15-yard penalty. Loss of down.
Go to the penalty box and feel shame.
5 minutes major. 5-minute major.
Like anyway, even the incompletion, the Horsted, like that kind of awareness for a rookie. He threw the ball where nobody else could get it. It was still catchable, and he knew that he was going to get that pass interference. Like that. Yeah. That's the kind of shit, man. Like
as soon as he saw his back to him, he knew what he was doing.
That's what I'm saying. This kid is smart. He's athletic. Oh, like I've been saying since January, he's a quarterback first. Like this is that dude. Like man.
Well, and that's the thing is that like right now he just turns on that little like the speed is so glidey. Fucking what did he say? Oh, I think it was Jim Miller said that he reminds this is so random. Jim Miller was on the Fox broadcast here in Chicago. Yes. And so he fucking goes, he glides, he's a glider, and he said that he reminds him of Ted Ginn the way he runs. And Adam Amin just didn't have anything to say. He was just kind of like, I'm going to keep describing the game now because what? Like, but he does glide. And the crazy thing about him is the way he can change speeds and use the threat of speed instead of actual speed. That's just such a next level thing. You see it in the most elusive runners that stop where you go into slow motion for a second and nobody is fucking sure what you're going to do. Right. And then you just keep going, and everyone's like, ugh! Like, I mean, that's the kind of player that he is, that he shifts his shoulder pads, and the whole defense is like, oh, like they're fucking, like you have to be ready when this dude is on the field. Every fucking player has to think, oh, fuck, 4-4 guy is about to bust loose on us. And
he's doing it with caution, too.
Right, and that's what's crazy, but he's like scoping out the whole field. He's seeing the whole field. He's not just run. Oh, the field's cut in half. I only have one read. Fuck it. Like he's still processing. He's still looking downfield. He's still going through progressions. All of a sudden, there's a scramble drill. Want to know why? Because dudes do a scramble drill for quarterbacks who they know can get them the ball. You get tired of running a scramble drill if you fucking know you're never going to get the ball. Because dude can't throw it, like Mr. Run Out of Bounds guy we used to have.
Sims didn't actually say one read, did he? I knew he shit on him, but that's just a dumb evaluation. The dude can get to his fourth read, no problem in college.
We've talked about him before. That was more to stir it up.
I just saw the comment in the chat. Sorry, but man, yeah,
it's all right.
Well, I mean, come on. We know that Sims is like a fucking, junior fucking Skip Bayless. I mean, let's not kid ourselves. That dude he just says shit to get people riled up, and he's fucking great at it. Like, and then he gets somebody to make a fancy little chart and get everybody all stirred up. I mean, he's great at it. And this dude, all of a sudden this dude is front and center in a lot of shit. So props to him. He's doing his thing. He enrages people, and that's why he's popular.
Oh, I'm not even going to comment on Wyatt's last one. He didn't watch him that much.
Fields can't get to his 4-3s. Shut up, Wyatt. You're fucking, like, literally shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
that is the dumbest comment Viking fan.
How's Kellen Mund? How's Kellen Mund doing?
Yeah, how's Kellen Mund, a fucking Sims's boy? Or you don't know what you're saying. You're tripping.
He's right about it. He's right about the O-line. It needs to be better.
All right,
I get that.
And let's just get the same Mustafa. Let's just
14th best in pressures allowed last year, and our line isn't worse. JF1 will hide the line with mobility. He will, and I mean, it's just like, let's just put the most dynamic player on the fucking field. But here's the thing: is that Nagy needs Dalton to validate his statements, and his statements are that if I get the right quarterback into my system was going to shine. Nagy wants to see that shit, and he wants to have a plan to develop Justin Fields. He wants to eat his cake and fucking eat it, have his cake and fucking eat it too. Because he seriously fucking believes that Andy Dalton is going to do what Nick Foles failed at and do what Mitch Trubisky failed at. He is going to run the offense, and everyone will just come all over themselves. And everyone will also know that it is because of Nagy. Because he's going to take, this fucking journeyman quarterback, who's not really a journeyman, he only played really in one fucking year outside of Cincinnati. But he's fucking middling, and he's been one of the worst quarterbacks. So if Nagy can somehow make him into something, he gets all this credit. And then when he's done with that fucking victory lap, then he moves over to Fields and just, slides him on in and double win for Nagy.
Well, let's not act like Andy Dalton wouldn't go down as one of the top 5 Bears quarterbacks of all time.
I know,
unfortunately, the bar, I understand that, but it's not like Dalton's Glennon. I'm not going to go that far with it. I think
nobody said he's Glennon.
You can win with Dalton. Like he's maybe a little bit better than a Kyle Orton.
You don't win with Dalton.
No, not even close.
No, but he could be a Kyle Orton-esque. Like that whole vibe. That's Dalton. He's not great. He's not horrible.
Yeah, I get that, but we know that you can't win in this league without that. And you
give up 7 sacks week 1, and you get blown out by 30. Oh, that train's leaving quickly.
And Greg Gabriel's out of touch ass was like, I don't know why everybody's complaining. The scout team means he's going to get real. It's like, we're not complaining about that, Greg. We're complaining about the fact that fucking Nagy's blind as fuck on this one. Like, he's almost patronizing us. Like, it's all about competition.
Greg Gabriel patronizing us?
No.
Not Greg Gabriel.
I'm talking about Nagy, bro. I'm talking about, like, Nagy's patronizing the fan base right now because it's always been about the best player and about winning and all this shit. Now you got it right in front of you, and you're just like, you have it.
It's because they fucking, in a desperate hour when they should not have been signing anybody for $10 million, they fucking signed Andy Dalton and told him he could be the goddamn starter in March. March.
Did you listen to the press conference today? There was conversation about having him here last year, and they chose not to.
And they fucking
fucked it up.
They just can't be patient. Like, literally.
I mean, what did they have?
Ryan Pace is the most fucking trigger happy dipshit. Like, he just can't wait. It's like if he was a stock trader, as soon as the bell rang, he would just buy whatever stock for the highest price possible and leave. And just see what the fuck happened instead of waiting and like playing the game. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I want that stock. I will pay whatever price it is. And here's all my money. Now, goodbye. I was like, well, what did you come to the stock exchange for? Oh, I just wanted the most expensive thing that I needed. Thank you very much. Like, and then they fucking act like it was their only choice. And it's like, bro, you put all your eggs in one basket and you paid top dollar.
I would just like to hear Nagy's honest opinion on things instead of bullshitting us all the time. Like a used car salesman. Like, this isn't the same situation as Kansas City. Smith had been there for 5 years, playing pretty damn good football. Like, this is not
like
bad.
Multiple Pro Bowls. Like, I mean, he did have a season where he did not throw a touchdown to a wide receiver all year, which is kind of crazy. But like, he was not Mahomes, but he was fucking good. I mean, if Alex Smith did that in Chicago, we would have a statue of him.
Sure, but there's so many.
Go ahead. I'm just saying.
I want to address this comment in the chat. Sweet, we could have had Dalton on a 2-year, $20 million deal. Yeah, you could have, and you could have had that front loaded last year, and you could be paying nothing this year. You could be paying.
Why?
Well, they aren't paying much.
Why would we do? See, that's the problem.
I'm just saying is that you're worried about the salary cap. That money could have been gone.
Yeah, Jared. But with that suggestion, right? I think the Cowboys ended up only paying him like $3 million. Yeah. But that would have been Pace 2 years 20 when Andy would have got 3 on the market.
Well, and that's because Cincinnati had to pay him, a lot of money by cutting him. So, what? It's just like people can't make that comp. I don't think anybody's really making that comp anymore. That's pretty been pretty well fucking debunked. Everybody's had that same take about this is not the Alex Smith situation. It's not. But Nagy now he's crafted the narrative. He's got to live it out. And this guy, when he gets fucking on to, something like this that he's running, this little fucking tail that he's spinning, he keeps up with it. He keeps going. He keeps fucking blathering on. Like, just word salad bar was so open today. Oh, and then we find out that Tariq Cohen had another surgery.
And that's supposed to be a big. That's supposed to be a big piece of this offense.
He's good in the classroom, folks.
Like, here's the thing. You have to, sometimes you have to like, and this isn't me like espousing great genius, but I'm sort of just realizing this is that
epiphanies. Hold up.
Yeah, like you have to follow what the roster is doing sometimes to get to the bottom of shit. So if you were wondering about Tariq, and we've talked about how mentally after the death of his brother, I don't know if dude's head is in the game, and that's okay because that was terrible, and he was definitely going.
I don't think it's that. I think it's just.
I don't think it's that. I think so. So he obviously he tore his ACL, right? And apparently they had to go in and clean up some scar tissue because it wasn't healing right. So he had a second procedure, and now he was asked about that, and now he's like, "Oh, I don't know. I don't really keep track of all their scopes and." This, that, and, maybe it is, like, fucking just admitted that he doesn't know dick about what's going on with Cohen, and then he realized that he just stepped in it. And it's like,
yep.
There's a reason why dude is not on track. He does not look like a guy who's grinding it out to come back from an ACL. Remember when Allen Robinson was, like, about to come back?
Yeah,
you would see all his fucking training, and he's in the lab, like he's fucking grinding, he's fucking in the pool, he's doing this and this and that. None of that shit.
No,
from Cohen. And I'm not saying he's not trying to get back, but I'm saying he had a setback. And I'm not saying he's not rehabbing, but he's had a setback, and they didn't want to fucking tell us anything. But if you watch how the roster moves have been made, that actually lets you know what they think about him playing this season.
Hey, but you can
the backfield is super crowded.
Is it though?
Khalil Herbert looks really good, guys. Like he looks really steady.
He looks good for a rookie.
I'm just saying he looks like he's played a year or two. Like he just has this sense of like, okay, this player knows where to be. That's all. I'm not saying he's some game breaker. I'm just saying like sometimes it's a rarity for us to have an RB3 or 4 who looks like he can play football. It's not something that happens very often. Like
Jordan Howard was 3 when he first got here,
right? And that was weird.
Pace has been good at finding running backs.
Yeah,
that was a weird. Yeah, true. I mean that was a weird time when that Kadeem Carey, Langford, fucking. Jordan Howard thing.
Dude, I remember seeing Howard. He's a man among children in this group. This kid is like real. Like,
yeah, but that was a weird fucking time, right? Like, that's a lot of talent on one, and it looked like for a minute I was like, oh shit. Kadeem Carey and Jeremy Langford can fucking play. Like, I clown people on Twitter for talking about Jeremy Langford, but there was a couple games where it's like, oh damn, look at this dude. Like, this dude can play, right? So it's. And we thought for a minute we had something, and then Jordan Howard just stepped up, took it over, and the other two just faded away into oblivion.
Like Biscuit said, though, like I was high on Pierce too coming in the training camp. I thought he would get a lot more, literally run than he did.
Well, and I think some of that's Nagy. I mean, they just don't really practice that much running plays.
They tried getting the run game going, man. The offensive line showed like no fucking heart to start the game off, man. Like you saw Tennessee's offensive line; they were getting pushing shit.
I'm just saying, like,
where the fuck is the balls?
So who are you keeping? Who are you cutting? Did you keep Williams, or do you keep Pierce?
Damian Williams, yes, of course. You have to keep Damian Williams. He's a proven commodity.
Is he?
Did he play?
Yes, he's had success as a pro, not a limited sense. He played fucking his ass off in the Super Bowl. I mean, that counts for something.
So how many running backs are you keeping now?
4.
So so obviously it's
keeping Montgomery, keeping Damian Williams, keeping Khalil Herbert, and then it's fucking either No, he's going to go on PUP. He would be the fourth, but he's going on IR, whatever the fuck it is now. PUP. He's not gonna be available till like week 6. They'll have a decision to make about him, and he'll probably miss the whole season.
They'll keep Ryan on and let Pierce go. They'll pull that shit.
Or put Pierce
for sure, and Pierce will probably blow up somewhere else.
Yeah.
And that's all right. I mean, that speaks to the level. But here's the thing, and then I think this is something that fucking happens more than we realize. And I don't know if Pace. I wonder if on some level Pace is like, God damn it! Like I keep getting guys for this fucking coaching staff, and they keep flaming out. And it's not like they're going everywhere and blowing up, because that's not the case. But like, I just feel like Pace is giving them a lot of talent when it comes down to it, and I don't think they're keeping the right guys. Like,
did you pour one out for your homie Javon Wims yet? Did we cover that?
Fucking yeah! We didn't talk about Javon Wims getting cut, did we?
No. Somebody punched somebody's helmet.
We called that. I mean, you called that shit in like February.
Bro. Yeah, like and and I don't even care who called it, but like,
oh no, I'm just saying I don't
know, like motherfuckers are out here claiming like they predicted the most obvious shit in the world. Like I told you it's gonna get cut. That's why you gotta listen to us, because I told you. Well, I'm the fucking Nostradamus. Like, come on.
It's just advertising. You can't fault them for that.
Javon Wims knew he was getting cut. Yeah, I know. Whatever. That's their shtick. Same fucking thing. But I'm just saying, like, quit it. Like, quit fucking lying. There's no clout in that.
Hey,
besides Mike Davis, what? No, you're right, Biscuit. He says, but besides Mike Davis, what other offensive player has gone elsewhere and shined? You're right, and I said that. Not a lot. Like, it's rare. So I'm not. But I just think
that we got from, what was he from? To shit. He ended up over at Pittsburgh that I liked.
Jordan
White.
Jordan Howard
he had a cup of coffee in Pittsburgh.
Jordan Howard had some moments. Alshon Jeffrey had a couple moments.
He got a ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did get a Super Bowl ring, and he tore us up in a playoff game, didn't he?
Yeah, that happened.
Yeah. So he did even though he's out of the league now. Like, Alshon did just fine for himself. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, no, it's not that common. I'm just saying that I just feel like, I don't know, like, it just feels like these guys keep dudes on this loyalty bullshit. Like, and I've said this many times, it's some kind of weird loyalty cult. It's not a fucking, like, normal situation.
I mean,
my God, we know a loyalty cult when we see one.
Fucking A, we do.
There's been a huge roster change though since
for sure
over, so there's been a big turnover.
I mean, here's a question: do you think the Bears are, if Dalton played the entire season? Shudder to think. Are they a better team, really, than last year? No, then let's just say than a full year of Mitch. Because I think that 2020 was so fucking weird that we are forgetting the absolute horror shit show that 2019 was.
Dalton's an upgrade to Mitch.
I'm just saying, like, 2020 was so fucked that we forgot how bad 2019 was. 2019 was horrifying, bro. That was a horrifying year. Mitch was fucking so bad. Like, the offense was.
Well, yeah, you were there. That
so
was
bad.
The season. It started off just.
They had they had less than, like, they didn't have a tight end who caught 20 balls.
They had me excited when they put Foles in. That's how bad it was. And I didn't like Foles to begin with. So.
That's because we went through 2019, which was just fucking awful.
2020 has been hitting. 2020, 2021.
Go ahead, Jared.
It's all been rough.
I was watching Red Zone today, and they were doing a replay of Week 8 where we were playing New Orleans, and we took them to overtime. And I just wondered to myself, I was like, what if we would have beat New Orleans that day? What would have changed with this team? How would Nick Foles' fate been different? Would Mitch even have gotten a sniff? You know, it's just one of those things. It's like once you get into the
did Foles get hurt in that game?
No, he didn't get hurt.
When did he get hurt?
I don't remember.
No.
If what? I don't know.
But I was just thinking about like the dynamic.
Why that game?
They're doing week 8. That's what it was on.
I know, but I'm just saying, was that game so pivotal?
I wonder. We were 5-2 at that time. We could have been 6-2. We would have had the lead in the division.
Let's get really dark. Imagine if Jason didn't get hurt in the NFC Championship game.
Oh, gee, what if he didn't break his thumb?
I'm just saying we can do that all day.
I know. I just wondered. What if? That's all. Think of how things would have changed. Would they even have been looking at a quarterback? Would we even have?
Bro, I mean, who knows if Mitch fucking, if Mitch plays better in the playoff game,
Yeah. If Wims catches that pass.
The only thing the biggest thing that concerns me with if you want to look back at like especially with Nagy, we're talking about yesteryear, right? We always complain that like even when he had Mitch here, that like he didn't like when Mitch was in hurry up and not thinking, the shit was boom boom. That's what the Bills did to us. They just put Mitch in the position where he succeeds, and we were screaming for that the whole time. But Nagy was trying to fit him into something he wasn't. I see that with Fields a little bit too. Sorry, Jay, real quick.
It's fine.
With Fields, I'm seeing that too. Like finally gets to the point where hurry up, he's not thinking, he's just flowing and playing the game. The shit looks much better. Like that's what happened at the end of the half, and he's still got that way about him where he's just trying to fit these guys into something that they're not. They can like I think Fields can be, but let him play.
So knowing what we know about this quarterback situation, which is admittedly we're not coaches, we're not experts, and knowing that Nagy is, why in the fuck did you just pick Andy Dalton? Why? Knowing that it's more of the same. Because, like, listen, if you start
it's all about timing, right? The timing.
If you start with Dalton and it doesn't work out, everybody's like, "Oh well, he kept your promise. You gave him a shot. He's a great guy. It sucks. Yay, Fields!" If you start with Fields and shit doesn't go well, Nagy gets put up on the cross. Like, Nagy gets fucking put up on the cross immediately if Foles. Why are you playing him so soon? Why? I mean, that will be said. Why are you playing him behind this line? Especially if the line, gets him hurt, if any of that shit. It's just risk versus reward. This is all about Nagy's ego. He wants to see his precious offense succeed with Dalton, but he's trying to mitigate the damage if that doesn't work out. And then he can just be like, all right, guess what? We are fully in development mode. Because there was a moment in time that the Bears brass and the coaches said to themselves, we believe that we can win with Andy Dalton. They had a moment in March where they all agreed that was the fucking plan. So you can't frame it now with, oh, well, we have Fields. It's no fucking big deal. Because these two assholes thought to themselves, yes, Dalton is the key. We are still a win-now team. They really thought that. And then they had a miracle happen, and we ended up with Fields. and they were positioned, and they're not giving him no credit. They fucking did their homework. Like, it's fucking obvious at 11. If Fields is there, you take him. No big fucking – but they got there. And now we're sitting here having to deal with all that bullshit. It's so fucking wrapped up in Nagy's brain, and he's so concerned with how he's going to be received.
And this was a kid that he was talking to his college coach about 2 years ago. It's not like he wasn't prepping.
Right. But he's so afraid of because listen, it's like, dude, his dream just happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, the movie Weird Science, and they make the fucking perfect woman. And then she shows up and they don't know what the fuck to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like Nagy dreamed this perfect vision. And he really thought about it. And he didn't believe that he could actually have it. But here it is. It's fucking here. And he's so afraid. He's so afraid to get behind the wheel of this high-performance automobile. He's so fucking scared, bro. It's like Weird Science. And, like, what happened? Some fucking tough guy came and took her away.
It's almost like now he's like, I haven't developed an offense for what he can do yet. Oh.
Yeah, like, bro, I mean, He shouldn't, like, his team's been living off fucking Andy Reid's resume. Like, he is eating off of Andy Reid's resume. Like,
yeah, like get off Andy Reid's teat and be your own man.
Well, and that's the thing is that, like, all that's gotten is failed quarterbacks and failed wide receivers.
But he did recommend a slip and slide to Michael Vick. Let's not forget that.
Oh, yeah, right. Because this fucking dude takes credit for everyone he's ever met. He's like, oh yeah, I was at a camp with such and such person, and on some level, he thinks I taught him something. Like, fuck out of here. Like, he's just Nagy. He thinks he's the shit. He thinks he's a fucking genius. Like, he really does. And I'm not saying dude isn't smart, but it's like, back away from yourself a little bit.
The play card is falling.
Right. Like, it's just, I don't know. Like, and well, the other thing that I was thinking about, which is kind of crazy though, is that, like, what great coach has ever really gotten over the hump without a quarterback stepping up? And there aren't that many coaches that have vaulted themselves into coach lore without getting the quarterback. I mean, Bill Walsh had to get the quarterback. Fucking Belichick had to get the quarterback. Pete Carroll had to get the quarterback. Like, these coaches that are now sort of revered, Sean Payton had to have Drew Brees. Like, it wouldn't have happened without that pairing, and so there's a school of thought that, okay,
I disagree. I disagree on
Nagy just needs his quarterback.
I disagree. That team
Belichick didn't win until Brady came along.
That's fine, but that team was pretty damn good before Brady got there. I mean, they were coming off of that Bledsoe team was pretty good too.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, but they never got over the hump. Not until Brady.
It's just saying, like, Belichick does not vault himself into, like, coach lore without fucking, Brady coming along. That's all I'm saying. I don't think, it's same thing. Bill Walsh without Joe Montana, maybe not as legendary. Probably, but I think that, that helped a fucking ton. It's like, so you look at guys who didn't, like, Bill Parcells is a guy that didn't really depend so much on quarterbacks, but he had defenses. Like, he had Lawrence Taylor, he had fucking, he had those guys who sent his, his career. And it's like, you fucking need the players. Like, neither one can exist without the other.
One of your favorite players was on that team, Mark Bavaro.
Yes. But that's the thing about, like, Parcells had, like, the genius and the toughness and the, like, badass leader thing going on.
And that's what Belichick does.
Right.
That's who he learned it from.
My thing with Nagy is that I think a lot of dudes in their heart of hearts are just like us. And they're like, this dude's kind of fake. Like, he's good at getting hyped up. He's a good hype man. But, like, at the end of the day, he's kind of fake, and it's up to us to fucking make it real.
So here's the thing. Who do you trust more with this prep time, McVay or Nagy?
McVay. Okay. I mean, McVay pantses that
could
dude.
Be very sick. That could be a very sick team.
Could be. It could fucking be.
Stafford could Stafford, though.
If he's protected, though, like, I think with a coach like McVay, that might be, he might have a hell of a season too. And they just got did they just get Sony Michel? Was somebody was telling me?
Yep. Belichick just handed them Sony Michel. It was like, here you go.
What is my
additional sticks that could
Darrell
become
Henderson
a fifth?
Hurt?
No, but they need depth.
That's a good combo right there.
Yep.
Wow.
Like, and Belichick was like, yeah, just take him, bro. Kick Nagy's ass. Like, I wonder if the other coaches, like, know he's a fraud and they just want to fucking, like, fuck him.
No, I think he's well respected around the league.
Yeah, it's just because, you know why? Because it's a fucking white guy, good old boy network when it comes down
I mean,
to it.
I'm pissed off that Fields isn't starting, but I'd like to see him and Nagy Jeff.
Bro,
I like Nagy as a person. I get
it's bullshit that Fields is not starting. It's pure steaming hot bullshit. And the fact that Bears fans are now convincing themselves that they're cool with seeing Andy Dalton be the fucking quarterback is disgusting.
And I'm wondering who it is. Do you think it's more pace?
I think it's both of them. They are overcorrecting because they fucking failed so hard. They're overcorrecting.
Like the coach should be the ultimate final
Like
decision
Dalton's
on that.
the rebound check. Is that where we're at?
I don't know, man.
Just like I said, they are so scared because their wildest dream came true, and they're so scared of fucking it up.
I'm not trying to stick up for Nagy, but like Pace is the one that negotiates contracts, not Nagy. So if that sweetheart deal was in there, that's more on Pace. I don't know the inner workings of it all. I'm just saying, like,
I don't know. Some dude on Twitter was trying to say Nagy makes $100K. I was just like, what? Like, what is
he pushes
about?
The other like
there was some like fake ass website that said like fucking Nagy, made $100K, and it was like the most sus website. Like nobody's ever known his salary. Do you think that if there was a website that had his salary on it, Brad Biggs wouldn't have fucking figured that shit out already?
There's got to be a minimum, I would think.
Nobody knows his salary, but I will guarantee you that he is making $500,000 a year, bare minimum. Probably $850,000. Nah, I don't think I think he's making probably $850,000 to $1 million a year.
No way.
This is the Bears.
He was coach of the year. He renegotiated.
I don't think he renegotiated with the Bears. When have they ever done that?
Well, there was speculation that they did it in 2020 or 2019.
With Pace?
No, with Nagy and Pace, that they both re-upped.
Right. I believe that they're signed for probably 2 more seasons. I tend to believe that. Like, all this shit talk we talk about, and I've been talking shit about Pace, I've talked shit about Nagy. Like, it's all warranted. It's like, these guys are not in the clear yet just because they fucking got Fields. Like, they're not in the clear yet. You haven't even seen this dude.
I mean,
there's still a chance that they could fuck him up. What?
Oh, it's NFL Spin Zone came out with that, right?
What?
It says 100,000 on the list I'm looking at.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's stupid. It's fake as fuck. Like, the rest of the numbers don't even match up with that.
Like Zimmer's like $4 million.
Yeah, like, get the fuck out of here, 100,000. Like, oh, he makes as much as like a cop,
right?
Like get the fuck out of here. Like,
in his real estate, fucking income.
Yeah, like, dude, when he was doing real estate, he was probably clocking 250 G's.
I'm just saying, like, he's probably making more than that in Kansas City.
Exactly. It's garbage. It's the stupidest thing ever. So this guy, he admitted he was wrong, and I felt bad because I kind of let everybody pile on him. But you don't say dumb shit like that.
That's what he paid in taxes.
Yeah, bro. Like, and the funny thing is that it's like, it says his net worth is like something crazy, like 16 million or 27 million. Like, how the fuck he get from 100K a year? Like, and 100K a year. That's a good amount of money. Some places in Kansas City, you could live all right on 100K. It's not like fucking a lot. Like in Chicago and New York, 100K a year is not shit.
No, he's probably making 3 or 4.
Yeah,
he's doing
like fucking Biscuit says, no way. Nagy was the realtor who talked about all his sales and never closed shit. Word salad realtor. Yeah, but bro,
realtor
don't take this personally.
Crime.
Right, but don't take this personally. Like, when you're in a fucking, if you get into a hot market, like, it's not like it's fucking so fucking challenging to sell shit.
Yeah, but this one, like, Biscuits is different though. He's like that. Like, you go to Myrtle, right, and you get that realtor that's almost like, "Hey, man, welcome to Myrtle, man."
Yeah, fucking Biscuits got. I bet Biscuits got like a fucking gold 17-foot convertible Cadillac that's a little rusty. And he's it's like a little rusty, and he's like, and it's got like a flamingo on the fucking rear view, like, and he just fucking chilling in like a Panama Jack hat, like, welcome to South Carolina. What can I sell you? You want some mustard sauce on that? Let's look at some houses today. Petite. I don't know. He got all Cajun, but
you got very Cajun there.
Yeah. We're going down to the bayou, look at some houses now. No, but he is like, you know what he's like? He's like fucking Cape Fear. He rolls up like fucking Cape Fear, dude. Like smooth as shit. Like, how y'all doing? You wanna look at some houses? And they're like, everyone's like, what the fuck? All right, let's go.
Probably rolls up like Hasselhoff.
Yes. He rolls up like fucking Magnum PI, bro.
87 Fiero.
Yo, Magnum PI made Fieros cool. Like, let's not downplay the magic feat that was. Have you ever seen a Fiero?
Oh, I've seen
like
a Fiero.
been in a Fiero?
I live in Southern Indiana. Of course, I've seen a Fiero.
Bro, those cars are fucking trash. Those cars are trash. They're the worst fucking cars. Now I'm caging Robert De Niro. He says, pretty much. You're not that. Yeah, but nah. By the way, everyone should watch the Cape Fear Simpsons soon.
The one thing I am hoping this team does and doesn't make the mistake of, because I think like to get a young, it's hard to draft.
Oh, it's time.
It's
Welcome
hard to
to
draft.
Snowden talk, folks.
Yeah, for a minute, man.
Snowden 101.
No, I'm just, dude. Besides quarterback, like edge rushers, defensive ends, it's hard to draft those guys and hit.
Mm-hmm.
This guy has.
Well, this is what I'm saying is that fucking Nick Foles being on this roster could mean that who gets cut, bro.
I hear you, but like this kid, like
this dude,
he's got the energy that Floyd didn't have when he first came in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Like he'll fight through a block. He can shed off a block and cover the run. He can cover passes.
Yo,
He's
what did I
fast as
say?
fuck.
What did I say to you, bro? He is not Floyd. Physically, he looks big.
You think he had tough? I didn't think he had trouble fighting off blocks from the
No,
majority of that game.
He plays big and he looks big. He's not Floyd. Floyd looked small. Like Floyd looked like he turned sideways, he'd fucking disappear. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
He just looked like a fucking big helmet on a stick. Like Snowden is not that. Like Snowden has some size to him.
See, I don't see that, Biscuits. I was seeing him coming off when he was tangled up. If a runner went by, he shedded that guy. I thought he was slippery. But
thing is, on the end, it's like you're not. How much stack and shed are you really doing on the end?
No, you should be turning it in. Your job is to hold the edge. Period. Point blank.
Right. Like you're not doing. That's the thing. So again, it's like he has to. And if he gets blocked, he has to keep his man engaged. You know. And
I'm not saying he doesn't have anything to work on.
Right.
He's a guy worth keeping and developing, though.
I agree.
This is an undrafted guy.
And that's what pisses me off is that the presence of Foles is going to make us make a decision on a guy like that. Because if we can't get Foles off this fucking roster, it's a wasted roster space. And
I like him and Gibson.
Talk about it.
Right.
Him, and then you got your other guy, your other darling in the back. Took one to the house.
Roberson. Christian.
Roberson. No, but before that tackle. No,
I like Roberson. I like Marquis Christian. Him. I we're talking about DBs now. Overall,
go anywhere with it.
Overall, I think the D line is improved. I think the mere presence of Eddie Goldman improved the D line. I think Bilal's going to be strong. I think Akeem is looking lean and mean. He's playing for a contract. That's a good thing. Like I think that Mario Edwards can play. I think we
have more depth.
Blackson looks like he can play. There's even some tough decisions like that. Local London kid can make some plays. Like Archibong, who got cut. Great name. Like fucking got cut, and he made a couple little splash moments. It's hard to make a splash in playing. Who?
Scooter.
Fuck. Yes. Bro, I feel like the Scooter dream never even materialized. Like,
no, we didn't even get a shot at it.
Like we tried so hard to make that happen.
There
Jesse
was
James,
nobody like that this year. There's no
Jesse James. No, that dude was Rodney Adams.
Yeah, it was running.
He did that. He showed that on the field. I'm saying there's always one guy at the camp.
Yeah, that we like. Yeah. There's a guy like that. Guy needs to have a moment though. Like he has to, have like a Jesper Horsted moment.
Yeah, Jesper Horsted. I think he's in trouble. I hate to say that, but I think he's in trouble.
Because Holtz is hurt.
How many tight ends are you keeping? How many running backs are you keeping?
4. You're keeping 4 tight ends.
Okay.
You're keeping 4 running backs.
Graham.
Like you're keeping. Unfortunately, yes, Jesse James and Horsted. That's it. And Horsted.
Sorry, I had to turn something off down here. But Jared, did you just say that Horsted's in trouble?
I think you could get cut.
Tara would like us to know that Horsted is a running back. By the way, not a tight end, and he's in trouble. He's not in trouble. They put him on
one-handed catch. They put him
on the post-game presser.
That was his audition.
Tell me this. Think about.
You think that was it? He made the team? Okay.
Yes, he was already close. He fucking got put on the post-game presser. They're not putting somebody on the post-game presser that they're going to turn around and cut.
You think they keep 4?
They would never.
Keep 4 tight ends?
Yeah, he says 4.
Yes. Graham, Komet.
How many did we have before?
James, I feel like we had and Horsted. We've had 5 or 6 at times. In the Bradley Sowell era, there was 6 tight ends.
Sowell. I remember that.
We had fucking Kellen Davis and who? I don't even know how many. Like you could win a trivia contest by naming the last 20 tight ends who did dick who literally fucking did nothing. Like
Stats and Gravy kicking it up. They've kept
more than that.
At least.
No. In the Sowell year, they had 5 to 6 at one point.
At camp.
Yes, Eric Saubert. No, they kept more tight ends than they've always kept 5 recently because they've had, they especially with the Sowell shit. That's what I'm saying.
Broniker.
Yeah.
Anyway,
4
is a good number. Okay.
Burton, Broniker, Holtz, fucking.
Well, they're really only keeping Sowell. 3, but they list Jimmy Graham as a tight end.
Right, when he's like whatever the fuck he is.
Yeah.
But so that group is improved. But Nagy has yet to prove to us that he can do anything with tight ends. I think that is a better tight end group than we've had. I mean, what kind
of man can't handle a tight end?
What was so what in the beginning of 2018, Trey Burton looked pretty fucking great, right?
Fucking Tim Burton.
That was we had a moment with Trey Burton where
we need Tim Burton to do a Chicago Bears history special.
Yeah. the night
hosted by Jack Skellington. Yeah, exactly.
Have Beetlejuice pop out and look like Kanye did.
He's dancing with Virginia, finally I found another skeleton to dance with. Ah!
Wow.
and he's dancing with George Chu singing the same song. Oh, I love the undead.
Have Beetlejuice pop out of just tear up the whole stadium.
You want a Sagnet?
Hey, get Kanye to do that.
Nice fucking model.
Hey, you. Screen. Come over here, Screen. Let me show you something. Come on, kid. Say my name. Say it. Say it 2 more times. Screen.
We're out there calling for field turf too, like that Donda. What is that? Is that he's just playing a CD and people are just listening to it with him? He's not even performing, right?
Basically, yes.
They let him tear up a stadium for that.
In Soldier Field, Kanye fucking put a gigantic mound of dirt
and a church
and built his whole fucking childhood home, like an exact replica of his childhood home.
Oh, really? It looked like a church to me when I saw the picture.
Well, and then he put the cross on it. But this was an exact replica of his childhood home in Chicago. And people were clowning him that's probably the only time he could actually sit on his porch. You know what I'm saying? Because growing up is fucking probably so bad that you would never sit on your fucking front porch like that.
You grew up in the suburbs.
No, he didn't.
I thought he did. His
No,
mom was a doctor, bro.
No, but he grew up on the South Side. His family was pretty well to do. He was in a well to do for the area part of the South Side, but still, like, it's still the South Side. You know what I'm saying? Like, you still certain things that you don't do, you know. And chilling on the stoop, just waiting to get popped, is one of them. You know what I'm saying? So, like, people were joking about that. But he fucking did, you know, a lot of, I don't know. You can't help but sit there and go, shit, that's not going to be great for the field. Now, they have a long time.
He's a talented dude, too. I like Kanye, but...
Yeah. Now, this isn't a shit on Kanye thing, but that was, like, a serious fucking thing. And he apparently wanted to burn the house down, but the city told him no. The finale of the fucking thing was that he was going to burn that whole house.
Oh, imagine the dude that imagine that dude that toured us around the stadium hearing that.
Oh,
like
this is where Kanye set his house on fire.
We can't have that. That's against code.
Like, can you imagine what is Virginia like? Do you think they even tell Virginia about this shit, or they don't even let her know? Like, turn off Virginia's internet because she can't find out about this. Because if she would be like, what the fuck is happening?
She was probably sitting in her private suite there, like dancing and everything.
Oh shit!
Like, we have to fucking we literally have to deal with this shit because the Parks District is just so whack. Like, and whatever. It's not about Kanye. Like, fucking,
it wasn't him.
U2 does this shit. Like, all these acts, so don't act like it's, you know, I'm shitting on Kanye because it's just Kanye or anything like that. Like, the Soldier Field is fucking mixed use as fuck. Like, other stadiums don't deal with this shit. You know? Other shit is not going on to this extent, you know, with soccer teams and all this shit. And if they are, they have fucking field turf or they have a hybrid field, you know?
Right.
And yeah, it's just fucking lame. Like, and you're sitting there going, like, not only is this whack and Marilyn Manson's like on stage and like fucking mad people walking around in a circle and there's fucking cars driving around in a circle for like 2 hours. That can't be good for the fucking field. I'm sorry. Like, I don't care that they're going really slow. Like, it's not good for the fucking field, you know. And it's like, oh, they'll just put in a new field.
Move them out to Arlington to have their own racetrack.
Yeah. How many fucking times have we seen this where it's like, oh, the field's fucked up. Oh, they'll just put in a new field. Mm-hmm. Like, that shit doesn't work. You know what I mean? Oh, fucking Trubisky says, let Bishop Sycamore play at Soldier Field. Bro, did you guys see this Bishop Sycamore shit?
Oh, I did see the article. Fake high school.
So ESPN had a fucking high school kind of all-star game. Yeah. Some fucking real school, and then some school that literally turns out to be some weird-ass JUCO team of ringers that the coach, like, scammed ESPN into thinking was some small high school. Like, this dude straight scammed ESPN, and these are, like, dudes that are, like, 20, 21, like, they're, like, JUCO players, and the crazy part is they got fucking smacked by these high school kids. They were getting boat raced. Like, this was supposed to be some team of ringers, and these fucking high school all-stars were fucking boat racing them. It was like 31-0. And the announcers in the game are like, we don't know what's going on, but we literally can't find anything on this Bishop Sycamore.
They'll do a 30 for 30 and make the money back.
Oh my God. It's just crazy. Like, I mean, who knows? You may, you know, like, that's once that shit gets debunked and it was like a double fake. Like, it was like wag the dog shit where like ESPN created the fake to make themselves look like they got fucking bamboozled and they were filming the documentary the whole fucking time. I mean, that could be. Like, it's just, you know, like, that's how it is that you got to realize that, like,
you could make like a comedy movie out of that shit with dudes who are working all hard and shit, like juniors in college. We're gonna show them and just get their asses.
Oh no, I went through the Texas.
You know, hey, but check the South Harmon Institute of Technology. Check the acronym on that. I mean, that's the joke, right?
It's like the Texas Institute of Technology. They only win by a net.
Yo, I fucking graduated in magna cum laude from SHIT. What the fuck?
Magna cum laude.
Oh yeah, Magna So anyway, fucking, I had everybody stirred up today again on Twitter because that's what I do, and like, you know, talking about how like this fucking this Foles and Dalton bullshit has actually made the team worse because here we are transitioning over to talking about the cornerbacks, and shit is not sweet in the backfield. Drew Font has not even practiced, and he is, God bless him and his family. His father died, and he's, you know, like he's been away from camp almost all of camp.
I like the question that they asked him is like, how do you evaluate a guy that's not even been at camp? And he's like, well, we have to take all that into.
Yeah, they have to say to themselves, is the juice worth the squeeze? Is he fucking going to show up and just do his thing and basically be the guy that we signed him to be? And do we just take that risk, or do we say, you know what, one of these younger guys has stepped up? And to me, these younger guys have not stepped up. Artie Burns is not.
Yeah, they.
Nagy brought his name up out of nowhere.
Fuck out of here.
I just said that he brought it up.
They asked him about the nickels, and he's like, oh, yeah, Marquis Christian and Duke Shelley and those other guys. Like, so everybody just assumed.
He was unsolicited, just throwing names out there.
Marquis Christian can play. I like him. He gets his nose in there. He's not afraid to make a tackle. He's a bulldog, and he plays with a good controlled aggression. He's a guy that I could see maybe getting some penalties here and there, but I think he's a guy you need, especially if you are going to have Eddie Jackson out there playing his finesse Deion Sanders game. So, like, you need basically the dudes we have. You know, I think DeAndre Houston Carson has made the team again, and, you know, that's fine.
I mean, it might be CB2 by committee, man, because I don't know.
Right, and that's okay. Like, I think that you can play the matchups. Like, I feel like if you can find a way to mix and match and play the matchups.
Oh, Vildor, though. I don't know.
Vildor can play. I like Vildor. I think
that might be the dude.
My fear is this.
Down with him. That's the only thing.
We start feeling good about these guys. I don't care how good the pass rush game is. Quick game is quick game is quick game, and quick game will kill you. Okay, so like we keep saying that the pass rush is going to enable the defensive backs to play better. Yes, that's possible, but the quick game continues to kill them. And it will continue to kill them.
You need to get pushed on that line quick. That pocket needs
to
be
quick.
Middle.
What the hope is this: that Desai can go back to the Fangio trickery, and that is that you make them think that you're rushing and you drop back, and they quick game it right to you because they didn't realize you were going to drop back.
You need to get that push up the middle up front quickly.
Right, and so Eddie Goldman.
Some of those principles in the Tennessee game. Was it Nichols that almost got his hand on one, or who was it? I mean, where they were dropping the ends out.
But the fucking Titans ran it down our throats, guys.
It was good to see Danny T get a freaking pick like that, though. He looked
I know, but with like they ran it down our throats, guys. We were playing against fucking Matt Barkley, and they ran it. They had the ball for like almost all the first half.
That is true.
Well, it was Barkley on Woodside or whatever.
Yeah, like Barkley and who? Like, I mean, you know, I was joking today that like we got the wrong redheaded quarterback from Dallas because Cooper Rush is tearing it up. Like, here's my thing: is like people want to say all these stats are meaningless. Every quarterback in the preseason is tearing it up, but Andy Dalton.
Yep.
Fucking leprechaun.
Every single quarterback is tearing it up. Dwayne Haskins had a good game. Like, fucking every quarterback. Cooper Rush, it doesn't fucking
Dalton
matter.
Literally had one play.
Andy Dalton. And we're like, oh. Yeah. Oh, yeah, he had 173-yard fucking blown coverage. Oh, but when Justin Fields throws a touchdown to Jesse James, it doesn't count because it was a trick play, right? It's like, come on. Like, who the fuck are you fooling? I mean, like, every quarterback is tearing it up in the preseason except for this dude.
I just don't get his vibe.
Like, oh, we need to give him a chance.
Is he trying to be Chuck Norris? Is he trying to be, like, Lucky the Leprechaun? I don't know.
Bro, I don't know what he's fucking trying to do, but he thinks it's his time, and he's you know what? Like, I want him to succeed because I want every fucking Bears quarterback to succeed, so everyone can get off my jock and our jocks on this shit. But like,
we want to see Fields play. I don't give a fuck.
But like, here's what I'm saying:
that's what's pissing me off.
It's Dalton, just a matter of time. It's just how long is it going to take for Andy Dalton to look so terrible that he has to come out? Is it going to be injury? I hope he doesn't get injured. I don't wish injury on anybody.
Do you put a Justin Fields package into the game?
No, fuck, they better not. Man. If Nagy does that, that's such an undercut to everything. Like, this is not like, that would be so fucking extra disingenuous and shitty to do that. Like that's disrespectful to both dudes. You don't fuck with Fields like that. He's not a gimmick. He's not a fucking gadget. This is a starting franchise quarterback. This is a fucking give him the keys to the franchise for 15 years. You don't fuck with him. He's not fucking Scott Frost, you know? Like,
that would be 2018, correct.
If they fucking do that, I'll be pissed. Like, because that's disrespectful to both dudes. Like, honestly. It's not some fucking, look at Chase Daniel came in the game. Ha, ha, ha. That's funny. Like, nah. Fuck that.
Yeah, dude, like, I'm looking forward to this season starting. I hope Dalton does really well. I'm going to vote. I'm going to pull for him. Man, not pull for him. I pull for Fields, though. But, yeah. No, but, man, like, I'm so frustrated as a Bears fan. We finally have the guy that looks like he is the legit franchise QB. Like, let him loose. That's what we're saying.
Like, that's we get the fucking delayed gratification.
Brian calls me on Skype. What was it, yesterday?
Yeah.
And he was like, what are we doing? Why isn't he playing? I don't get it. It's just like, I know, dude. I know.
Because these motherfuckers want to remind us that they know better than everybody. They have to fucking remind us that, like, you don't know better than us. We know better than you. We're the professionals. You're the fans.
It's not just us.
This is what we're fucking doing.
The national media is on the same page as us. When does that happen? Like, everybody.
Kyle Brandt is talking about going on a hunger strike. Jeff Saturday is like, what the fuck? You play the best player. Dan Orlovsky. Like, can I just say I think Dan Orlovsky's wearing fake glasses to look smart? Dan Orlovsky has been leading the charge, which just all sounds fake because it's like, bro, you're the one that said the whack shit, which kind of made him fall to us. So, like, that's cool, but it's also
Charles Davis, Jared, that's who that was in the announcer booth.
Yeah,
like
not Charles Robinson.
He was playing. He's getting paid from that Titans payroll.
No, I think he's NFL Network.
Oh, he works the NFL Network. He also
works for both.
Okay,
he works for the Titans and.
So his comments about he wants Justin Fields to be good but not too good, like,
it's a trip, bro, right?
For an announcer to say that, man.
Players, because this is what I'm fucking saying is that if Dalton is successful, Nagy gets the credit by default. If Fields is successful, it's Nagy finally got a dynamic playmaker. It's not because of Nagy. It's some might even say Fields is succeeding in spite of Nagy. His fucking ego is driving this damn bus. And he doghoused Foles so hard that they went out and signed red-haired Foles to replace him. And Foles is like, fuck you, you're full of shit, your play calling is trash. And guess what? I'm not going to fucking get traded unless I say I'm going to get fucking traded. And everybody's like, well, how could he do that? It goes like this. He tells the team that trades for him, don't trade for me because I won't fucking show up.
Yep.
And so people are like, how do they give him, and including myself, it's like, fuck, they gave him an unofficial trade clause, but every player has an unofficial trade clause, especially if they have $120 fucking million in the bank. Foles is just like, fuck you. I'm playing where I want to play because I was fucking lied to. And Nagy fucking told Foles he was a shoo-in to start. If Foles has a full non-COVID camp, he beats Mitch out. Easy. Easy. It's just because of that he didn't. And I think he got here and was like, oh, fuck, Nagy doesn't know what he's doing. Like, I thought this was going to be the Eagles system, and it's not.
I don't think a full camp of Foles would have been an easy decision for those two. Foles isn't. He did look good. He did really cut it up with the third stringers this game, but.
Well, that was kind of crazy. Like, I didn't expect him to be laser Foles.
Oh, dude, he had like a 151 QB rating or some shit.
Yeah, he was fucking slinging it.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jer.
Yeah, I've got a question. Who we're talking about quarterback and all that stuff. Who's the one guy that you want to see the Bears absolutely keep? And who's the one Bear that you want to see them absolutely just get the fuck off my field, period?
And the whole roster?
I'd like to see him keep Justin Fields.
Yeah, I've heard Justin is making the roster. Sources. My sources told me. By the way, shout out to Thirst Trap Bears Twitter. We see you out there. We see you working the streets. Nice going. We see your efforts. We appreciate them.
Jay, you're kind of asking about guys that are on the bubble.
Who do you want to keep us on the bubble? Who you want gone that's on the bubble? Like Josh Woods, for me, I want him fucking gone. Josh Woods for him.
Oh, yeah. I think he is gone. Well, and here's one. Iggy played his ass off in that game, too.
He did play well.
Does that mean anything? I can't see him making the roster. Like, Ogletree just made too many damn interceptions. Like, I mean, that was just undeniable. And they basically put Ogletree in bubble wrap, like, after that. And he made a couple good plays in the game, and he gave up that one long completion. But, like, dude, just, like, I don't see how Iggy and Josh make the team. Now, if they're going to keep 4 inside linebackers, it's going to be Roquan, Danny, Ogletree, and Christian Jones. I mean, they signed Christian Jones because they trust him. They know he's steady.
He played a lot. In that Tennessee game. Like, he was playing in, like, the last seconds of the fourth quarter a lot.
He's a guy that you just can leave out there, and he's steady. He may not make the big play. He's not going to give up the big play. He's always right around the ball. Maybe he'll accidentally intercept one. He's just where he's supposed to fucking be, and he doesn't get killed and doesn't get burnt. And when there's an opportunity to make a tackle, he makes the fucking tackle. He's like Hunter Hillenmeyer.
Hiller Huntenmeyer, as fucking Aikman called him. God.
Or fucking, I don't know. I don't know who else he is. Some other fucking steady guy. You know what I'm saying?
So the guy I want
Kukowski-ish.
The guy I want them to keep is Snowden.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much unanimous. I think we all like.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really think of anybody else that I'd die if they cut.
Well, I'd like to see Gibson stick too. He needs.
I like to see what Daz Newsome can do. That was a nice little moment he had where he caught that
a little yak
moment.
Yep.
I mean, I think that's a thing he can do. I think that's a thing. That's a dimension that he can give you. And I'm not sure what Demir Bird and Marquise Goodwin are going to look like. Like, I think they're going to play well. I like Marquise Goodwin's personality. I mean, he's a real ass dude on the mic.
So with Newsome, if he has good chemistry with Fields behind the scenes, I think he's a guy you should definitely keep. Yeah,
Chris is like, bro, Daz's legs were turning faster than his body was moving. Yeah, he was definitely on some fucking cartoon leg shit. Like, he was like, like fucking legs were. But I mean, he looked fast, and he looked like he had some moves.
He's not a super fast guy, but like he's very instinctual as a slot. Like,
he's a lot better than Riley Ridley.
Yeah, I mean, Riley Ridley's just a fucking guy. He was living off his brother, like the family name, and he's all right. He was a good college receiver. He wasn't.
I think he could
spectacular.
He could be a solid guy.
I mean, he was. Let's be honest. He was so fucking spectacular in college. He wasn't his brother in college either.
No.
Like, so it's like I think he's gone. And Rodney Adams, you know what? Like, dude wants it. Like,
was he 27?
Yeah. He was out of football. He was like a YouTuber. He was trying to be like a YouTuber. He was just trying to make ends fucking meet. And then he was like, you know what? I'm going to go back and fucking give it another shot, Like, it's a cool-ass story.
Chicago Bears media just cream in their jeans.
Yeah, when then he gets the touchdown and after he's had his daughter and all that shit. But at the end of the day, dude is scratching. Well. He's scratching and clawing, and guess what? He has a fucking star in the making throwing him the ball.
Well, that's the thing too, man.
The Rodney Adams story does not happen if it's fucking Chase Daniel is the backup or it's fucking Nick Foles is the backup. That just doesn't happen. Like Rodney Adams doesn't get the reps, and he doesn't emerge.
Well, he almost that 4th and 8 ball that he had. If he could have dropped that leg down, that would have been a hell of a catch. He just barely missed it.
Yeah,
but the thing too, like that's what you're saying. Hey, he makes even the guys that are bubble guys look good because he's that good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Fucking Chris is like, he liked my Nagy word salad post about him. Because Chris turned into Nagy's burner profile for like a week. He had some funny ones. You were getting him off. He was doing good. But I think you'll have to agree that you can't even be a fake Nagy burner because the cliches are so thick that they just you end up running out of shit to say because that's literally what Nagy does. He runs out of shit to say.
You got to find out the whys. You got to find out
all about like where we're at. We're trying to find out the whys. We need to find our identity. Will they really care? That's real now.
We should take his like 1 or 2 liners and just make like a coffee reading book.
Yes.
Just word salad, coffee table. Like,
Trubisky says, "Guy got his girl pregnant." And says, "Shit, I gotta make some money." Like, that's real.
That's real.
I mean, that's motivating as fuck. Like when you have your first kid on the way, that's motivating as fuck.
Nah, not for Anthony Miller.
Nah, he's been that. I mean, he just can't get it. Like it's an injury / he just can't get it. I don't think he wasn't trying. Honestly, like I really don't think Andy Miller wasn't trying. I think that guy gave a lot of effort. He just couldn't get it. Like his instincts to do what he does were too strong to fit into the. And I think Furry is a fucking terrible coach, which we've said many times.
Well, I think it also. I mean, I think you could have got more out of Anthony if you would have just let him play to his strengths.
That's what I'm saying. Like, let the guy just fucking create. Let him and Mitch just run some 2-man game, rolling out. Like all you fucking do is let Mitch roll out, and you let Anthony Miller do a slant at the same time with another guy that's in the flat, and you let Mitch fucking.
They tried that, and he threw it 4 yards over his head or 2 yards shy, and.
Can you imagine Allen Robinson having the time to extend plays?
Yeah.
He can get open. You know what I mean? If you give A-Rob time, he's gonna like get a tiny bit of separation.
Can you imagine Darnell Mooney running free?
Oh, Mooney? Yeah, man.
Yeah.
On a scramble drill, and you've got a quarterback that can run and throw accurately.
Here's the thing. I don't think as bad as Dalton is, and as much as I don't want to see him play, I also don't think he's going to be awful. I just think he isn't going to be good. Like, I think he's going to make some plays. I'm just worried that there's going to be a lot of 3 and outs.
You remember when Brian Hoyer was here?
Yeah.
Like that, but
that's a good.
He'll throw a 50-50 ball, though, where Hoyer wouldn't.
I just hope that they take some shots. I hope that he takes some shots and he hits some shots. Like I just like to see that. Like I don't want to see Nagy.
I'll be taking shots.
People have a hard time believing this because nobody understands the difference. This was Scott from Barbershop said that Twitter still doesn't understand the difference between criticism and hate. Like they just don't get it. Like everything that you criticize, you don't automatically hate. Like people are like, "Oh, you're so negative. Why are you so negative?" It's like I'm not fucking being negative. I'm looking at the shit, not through rose-tinted glasses, not being Land of the Lotus Eaters, not just being, "Oh, we're so happy we got Fields and nothing else matters." Yeah. Fuck that. Everything matters, and you want to know why? Because they won't play him. So you know what I'm forced to look at? Bullshit. If we were sitting here knowing that Fields was starting, we would be fucking bliss, bro. Like, I would be so happy. I wouldn't care. I'd be fucking boom on the Nagy shit. I would be ready to fucking go. But you know what? You can't let me have that. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to fucking chew off my own arm.
Yeah, but we're going to be pumped up first game of the season, even if it's Dalton. It's not like it's going to ruin that for us. It's just we're sitting here just being critical because we're sick of the bullshit. Like
there will be that certain feeling is like, when's he going to fuck it up? And if he doesn't, I mean, I think there's going to be that feeling anyway, regardless.
Right. I just think, even for Nagy, man, like I think he's going to be able to actually get in whatever zone we've been waiting for him to get in with Fields quickly.
Jesper Horsted said that's just the power of Justin Fields. Like
the locker room knows now, man. That's what I've been saying.
What the fuck is going on? This dude comes out and it's like his fucking visor is crackling with superhero energy. Like people are like, oh fuck. Like that dude's coming out here, bro. He's just looks the part, and defenses like everybody wants to dap him up. He's a guy that people will be trading jerseys with, and you'll be like, damn. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this
is a guy that NFL players last year were watching in college and like,
yes.
Damn.
And like, yes, and going like LeBron James shouted this guy out, dude. Like, he doesn't fucking do that. He's not I mean, I know it's Ohio State and there's a connect there, but like that was serious. Like people get that the star power that this kid has, it's real, and they're keeping it from us. They're keeping it from, like, we literally signed a fucking superhero and they're like, nah, we're going to start Opie. No, we got Ron Howard at quarterback.
Yeah, we got Superman. These dudes are gonna put out Aquaman. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, like we literally have Wolverine, and they're like, no, we got Gilligan's Island over here. We got Gilligan is gonna start. Like we need to call
it. That's Brucey.
Adonijay, have him do like a comic book sketch of like Dalton starting over field.
It's so bullshit. Like, I mean, like they're fucking with us, and it's like, stop fucking with us. We've been waiting our whole lives for this shit. Now we gotta watch Opie's ass slinging around because it's his time. Bro, it's been your time for 10 years. Your time is over. Just take your $10 million and shut the fuck up and let Justin play football.
But win some games. Just win a couple.
I mean, whatever. If Justin plays 10 games and we win 8 in the whole season, 7 or 8, I'm very happy. As long as it looks like it's leading to something.
So what happens? All right, let's. What happens if Andy comes out and all of a sudden has this like Kurt Warner like out of nowhere moment?
Chris says it's like if we traded for Russ but started Bray because he knew the offense.
Dang. Well done.
I love that depth of sarcasm. It's not that bad, but that is good.
It's similar, bro.
No,
it's I know.
Oh, yeah.
Justin Fields hasn't won a Super Bowl, but it's on that level.
That's great. I mean, it's still a great.
It's a fucking epic line.
Yeah.
Like, like it is on. It feels that way. Like it feels like what the fuck? The most obvious choice is also the best one, and you're telling us you're not gonna do that? Fuck off.
Andy does not have that arm talent, bro. Like, not even.
Trubisky says we have Batman, and they want to give us Mark. No, fuck your DC bullshit. I almost got through that thinking it was going to be funny, but you snuck one of your shit opinions in there. Mr. fucking thinks the only motherfucker who thinks DC is better than Marvel.
No, like
that guy. Tyler Bray is a saint. He's an asset. You're an asset. Kiss my asset, bro. He almost put that in there like a Trojan horse. I was like, oh, this is gonna be good because usually he says funny shit, and I was just ready to read it like a teleprompter, and then halfway through I was like, hold the fucking phone.
Yeah,
this is some bullshit. Fucking comment Trojan horse trying to usurp our shit. What the fuck?
Guess we'll do our.
We gotta wait 2 weeks.
I know.
Breakdown on what?
on the upcoming game for 10 days straight.
I'm not breaking any shit down. Yo, now they started giving the all 22 to like only the heavies, right? Have you noticed this?
Oh, really?
Like, yeah. So people have been showing clips of all 22, but it's like dudes from the Athletic, and it's like, so it's like clearly the NFL has like either said, we're gonna give you the all 22. Here's how much it's gonna cost. The Athletic is like, cool, we got that. I mean, we'll just see. I'm just saying that I have a feeling that the all 22 has been Trojan and gravy, hard pause. The all 22 might get real elite, and it might not be open to the rank and file douchebags anymore. Which that would be amazing to me. Like, I don't fucking care. Like, the last thing anyone needs is another jackass.
No, you know what, though? I enjoy that. I enjoy a lot of the breakdowns you see. Like, a lot of people do good work with it.
True.
So, like I like Coleman's dry as fuck, but I like the way he does his thing. And, like...
No, I mean, the content's good. I'm just saying, like...
Or what is that dude, that old quarterback there? He's smart, but he...
Yeah, JT Sullivan.
Sullivan, yeah. I like his stuff.
Agreed. I like some of that shit, too. I'm just saying I think it'd be funny if some people lost the access to it. That's all. But, you know what I'm saying. It probably won't be that. They're probably just figuring it out, and they'll be... And I mean, NFL wasn't going to keep giving that shit away at the end of the day. Like... They see people making money off their product. Yeah. Like people are legitimately just making straight money off their product.
Well, it's like they do with the Sunday ticket for bars. They know they're making money off their product, so they charge a bar more than it would cost for your house. Right. That's all you're doing. That's what they're doing.
And that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna get their money. But they've been smart. They haven't been stupid like MLB, where MLB puts the fucking clamps on everything.
You're almost buying permission because I'm sure in that agreement you can use this. But this is what you're paying.
Right. That's fine. But I think what the NFL was smart is that they let the shit go on and they didn't just crush everybody for it. So that it built its own momentum. And then they let it become a product. Like, you know, MLB's like, oh, we're so afraid of anybody stealing our product. It's like, nobody wants your product because you're so tight with it. Like, if you let people have your product, then your product becomes a commodity. The NBA got to the point where they were literally selling highlights. They made their highlights into NFTs. Like, that's fucking crazy. That's the shit. That's like the next level shit where it's like,
you like the NFL will.
Yeah. Oh, and you know, fucking hell yeah. Like, if you like that Vince Carter dunk? You like that Vince Carter dunk where he's like, it's over? I own that. That's my shit. You want to use it? You pay me. Every time it spins, I fucking eat. That would be insane. I mean, that's like fucking, you know, it's like Spotify, but it's like for GIFs. If you owned a fucking GIF and you got paid like 1,000th of a penny every time somebody used it.
Take it old school. It's Tumblr.
Right. Right. Well, and that's what's fucking funny. And that's like, so you do that, and then you're fucking Bitcoin mining off of that. So it's like double spinning. You know? Like, you're fucking literally creating the economic force, and then you're fucking harvesting the Bitcoin off of that shit. I mean, I'm just saying that's fucking next level. And that's what they're eventually realizing.
I told you not to tell anybody about that shit.
Oh, my bad. Adam Silver's gonna come to my house and be like, excuse me, you gave away all our secrets. What's going on? Excuse me, sir. Will you please step in this van? Fucking get my ass kicked, thrown out fucking street. It's not cool.
Hey.
That was a wormhole.
Yeah, well,
sure was.
JT O'Sullivan. Anyway, so we're sitting here in the Dalton Doldrums. I mean, it's a long fucking wait. We're gonna have to wait for this game. Like, it's a long wait.
Better fix that fucking offensive line. It's gotta get better. We didn't touch on it yet. Mustipher's got to be better. I know
Yeah.
You can't go 4th and 1 and get pushed back 2 fucking yards.
Well, Peters got pushed back pretty easy too, man.
Yes.
Peters was literally fishing last week, though.
I know, but
right. I'm just saying he's gonna get. I feel like Peters will get in shape and be fine, and he'll be an upgrade from Leno ultimately. Daniels, I feel like is solid. I know what Cody is. It's troubling. I want to back Mustafa, but it's troubling that he got kind of pushed around.
You've already given up that you can't go 4th and 1 because he can't get leverage and he can't get pushed against the second stringer. That's trouble.
The thing, but here's the thing: is that even on 4th and 1, Fields being there should create what they need. And sometimes I think,
we're getting Dalton.
So, well, that's the thing is that you can load up the box, pause on Dalton. You can. And
you can rush up field because he's not going to break contain.
You can dare him to throw. I mean, and it's just not exciting. It's hard. It's hard for me to get excited about Dalton. I feel like I've seen it before. It's Brian Greasy. It's fucking Orton. It's fucking Hoyer. It's fucking, it's like Harbaugh. Fucking it's just we've seen this movie before.
Sure, I think he'll be decent, but I don't.
People are like, oh, fucking, these quarterbacks, they live in your head. Mitch lives in my head. Yes, every quarterback from Jim McMahon on has a room in my head.
Well, not everyone. We can't remember all those.
Almost all of them do. And some of them have
there's some fucking Steve Walsh.
But everyone that's played, significant time. Jeff Blake does not have a room. Fucking, Craig Krenzel does not have a room.
Rex has a pretty big room.
Yeah, Rex got a whole fucking apartment.
Cuddy's got a condo.
Cuddy has a ranch house, bro. Cuddy has a big ass ranch house, with a barn
and plenty of horse
coop.
Yeah, and a fucking chicken coop. That dude owns us. He could go out and be the most anti-vax dipshit. And as soon as he starts posting steaks again, we're like, hey, Jay, it's all good, bro. Just quit posting the crazy shit, and we'll let you.
I actually enjoyed his podcast, though.
Yes, because he's charming as fuck. He's charming as fuck. You can't deny it. He's a cantankerous
boy. Got you all twisted.
He's a cantankerous fuck, and he's annoying, and you're kind of want to punch him, but you would absolutely throw beers with Jay. You would hang with Jay. Jay would be an amazing guy to just sit. You ever go to the bar with your buddy and you just crack on people? That's literally all you do is sit there and you drink and you just fucking look at people and make fun of them and crack on them. That would be that would be the best thing to do with Jay, because Jay shreds people.
What the fuck's a Grossman Groper?
I don't even know. A rec center. You guys are rec center. Is that some real estate term? What's a Grossman? Oh no, he says I would have been a Rex Grossman truther back in the day, a Grossman Groper. We need to remember something about Grossman.
Sexy Rexy, man.
Yeah, Rex had some big moments. Rex also, and Rex was saved. Nobody is happier about the greatest comeback the Bears are, who we thought they were, comeback. Nobody is happier than Rex Grossman for that, because Rex Grossman played one of the worst games of football.
He threw quarterback. 4 interceptions?
He had 9 turnovers, bro. It was 4 fumbles and 4 picks. He played the worst quarterback game I've ever seen, and it was all erased from time because the Bears defense fucking came back and had that insane comeback, because Devin Hester and Urlacher put that shit on their backs and made that shit happen. If not for that Grossman game would be legendary, because it was so fucking horrifying.
That was true.
The other quarterback
this game though, that
other
game biscuit.
USC. Oh, who was the fucking guy? It wasn't Mark Sanchez. It was fucking who was the fucking USC quarterback that was on the other side?
We just played.
No, that one in the comeback game. The Arizona quarterback was fucking
Liner.
the other Liner was fucking Liner, and Liner was doing his best to play worse than Grossman. Like Liner gave him a run for his money.
This is where that rabbit hole starts. Where I go back to is like, wow, what if we would have beat New Orleans? What if we lose that game? Yeah. What if you lose that game and get blown out by the Cardinals?
What if Jay doesn't get? I mean, the biggest one is what if Jay does not get hurt in the NFC title game? Ugh. You could say all the other shit, but if he doesn't get hurt in the NFC title game, that's one of my biggest what ifs. And then obviously in the Super Bowl, if we would have fucking had Mike Brown, if we would have fucking had Tank Johnson.
Bro, if we would have had a better backup when Cuddy got hurt, they put Kip Haney in.
It was it was Haney, wasn't it?
Caleb fucking Haney, bro.
Yeah, bro, horrifying.
We just needed like an Orton-ish guy to come in and close it out.
Yeah, dude. Like Mitch Trubisky could have closed that game. We had Caleb fucking Haney. What hot trash. That's what we had. We would have killed for Nick Foles back in that day.
We would have taken.
We would have been like, yeah. What if Jay doesn't have an exercise bike?
We would have taken Andy Dalton.
What was Liner's deal? He was He was like caught in a hot tub with a bunch of teenagers or something. Liner was like partying with like underage chicks or something.
We would have taken Andy Dalton in that moment.
Bro, yes, of course. Like this isn't 2015 Andy Dalton. Like this is 2021. Like people like to imagine that the fucking Cowboys had no talent.
No, their O-line was just banged up.
Banged up, but their banged up is fucking is like amazing to us. Like Andy Dalton's gonna be wishing he had that banged up Cowboys line.
Andy Dalton had COVID last year. That dude went through a lot of shit. I mean, like.
I'm not downplaying COVID, but Andy Dalton had Ezekiel Elliott.
No. I'm just saying that whole season was crazy.
Yeah. But and that's fine. But all I know is I just watched Cooper Rush tear shit up. And some other quarterback for the Cowboys. I watched every fucking playoff. Every quarterback had a big game in the preseason. Every single one. Except Andy Dalton. And the 73-yard fucking fluky touchdown is not it. Like, and it's like, okay, yeah, you showed us Fields in the preseason. Thank you, I guess. But, I mean, are they afraid of exposing Dalton? Like, they were ready to play all the fucking starters, and then they got cold feet.
Yeah, this doesn't make sense.
So Dalton's not really ready either. They're claiming he's ready, but they told us that shit about Mitch. They sold us the idea that Mitch was so ready he didn't even have to play in the preseason at all.
Right. After they tried to sell us that it takes 4 years to master the system.
Mitch didn't play in the preseason in 2019, and he came out and literally shit the bed all year.
Yep. Like,
think about that shit. Nagy was so arrogant that he thought, yeah, you know what? We got this shit. And so they sat everybody in that preseason, and Mitch came out and got fucking pantsed by Adrian Amos and company. Like,
if teams just played vanilla defense and man coverage, Mitch Trubisky would have been MVP.
Andy Dalton didn't even look as good as Mitch in the preseason.
And they got no
Mitch outplayed him.
They got no O-line cohesion through the preseason either.
Yeah, they got to work together, man. That O-line's got to get together big time.
Well, it's like, so for 2 weeks of practice, supposedly. But that's the thing is that these practices
two padded practices. There's only two padded practices.
And you know what? These practices ain't shit, man. They're not shit. Like, nobody is fucking... I'm just telling you, these practices are fucking easy peasy, bro. There's no point does anybody stop anybody and say, no, fucking run it again. Like, none of that shit's happening. The music's on. They're just fucking out there working out. It's like fucking, they're doing shit and they're going full speed. But it's like demo sessions.
That shit wasn't happening. Like I didn't see that with Fox and the joints, man. Like they were there. They would swear at the dudes.
Well,
like,
thank God they had that joint practice. Thank God they had that joint practice because that was the only real competition. The rest of the time, these dudes are not really popping each other's pads.
Well,
at the family fest when Akeem Hicks was trying to start fights with everybody, it's like that's good. Let's get some fucking blood flowing. Like these dudes are out here running wind sprints on each other. You know what I mean? And it's like,
you got your quarterback get his ass kicked and not even reacting.
Yeah. You can thank your CBA for that,
bro.
though.
Huh?
You thank the CBA for that.
Well, and also, like, listen, these guys are not comfortable because their contracts are so short.
Yeah, and they're not guaranteed.
That's what an NFL needs to step up and give these guys a little more job security that would allow them to play with more reckless abandon. You know, why the fuck not? It would only make the product better. It's not like they can't afford it.
You didn't see Allen Robinson out there, now did you?
Exactly, because he's on a 1-year fucking contract.
Yep. And he shouldn't be out there.
If I'm Allen Robinson's people, I say, I don't have a long-term contract. Don't you fucking put me out here in the preseason. He's not going to say it, but his agent's going to let them know. You keep his ass off the fucking field. He's going to give you everything in practice. He's going to fucking be a leader.
Mooney either.
We
didn't see a ton of Mooney either.
No, they're protecting those guys, and that's okay. I feel like it's a shame, though, that you didn't see more of Mooney because he's a guy that I think he needs to develop more chemistry. I think we know Allen Robinson can put up numbers with any quarterback. It doesn't matter how bad they are. Mooney, I think, might need a little bit of, seasoning with a guy.
I agree with that.
I mean, the thing is that, like, they're trying to sell us this idea that Andy Dalton is an accurate quarterback, and he's like a 59% guy. In this day and age, when 65 is the floor, 65% is now the floor. Okay? 70% is nearly expected. It's to that point. It's 67, 68 is like, you better fucking be 67, 68. Like, 59% is not okay in this game today. It's not.
No, he's an average quarterback. There's nothing.
But he's like extremely average. He's like the superstar of average. He's the most average that's possible. And the thing is, he's below average because he's ranked, and I know QBR is kind of a fucked up number, but like he was ranked like 34th and 35th in consecutive seasons in QBR. There's only 32 teams. Like, of the quarterbacks that qualified who played a decent amount, he was 34th, 35th. Like, lower than Mitch.
You just don't see the diamond in the rough.
Yeah, like, what the fuck? This is not the movie Aladdin.
Let's see.
Ryan Pace thinks he fucking found Andy Dalton in a cave of wonders. Like
a 65% completion percentage would put you at 23rd last year.
This is what I'm saying. And they're trying to sell us dude that is 59%, like, frequently. I mean, are you kidding me? He's never
59%. 59% you would have been right there with Sam Darnold at 33.
Even Sam Darnold looked good in the preseason. Even Sam fucking Darnold. Teddy Bridgewater won himself a game and won himself the job. And guess what? Drew Lock didn't look that terrible. Teddy fucking Dalton sees ghosts. Chris says Dalton sees ghosts.
Even Mormon Mitch had a moment.
Bro, Mormon Mitch started fucking shooting laser beams. Say what you want. That dude, I think he's going to be okay. Like, honestly.
All right, here's the play. We're going to trade for Fuller.
All these guys look good. Trey Lance looked good. Hey, what's the play, Jer?
I don't know. I was just going to say we should just go ahead and we'll keep the quarterback situation as shitty as it is, and we'll trade for all our ex-Bears and give up all of our fucking draft capital because that's a Ryan Pace move too.
Well, and what they said on the broadcast, I think it was Adam Amin who was saying that Allen Robinson's one of the few receivers. I think he's only the second receiver, maybe, or third in Bears history to have back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons.
Yep.
It's Marty Booker.
Minshew went away for peanuts.
It's like Marty Booker and Brandon Marshall and like Allen Robinson. Like, it's fucking crazy. Like how and this is the guy that they didn't fucking lock up, and it's like people want to say, "Oh, we didn't lose Fuller because of Dalton," but we lost Fuller because of all the weird shit that Pace did, like Robert Quinn, fucking restructuring Fuller the way that they did, trying to get him to take a pay cut and pissing him off, like it just. And we definitely shit on Fuller, but I would kill to have Fuller back at this point, looking at what we have at corner. Even if he costs $20 million, even if Fuller costs $20 million, I would like to see Fuller holding it down on that side. And it's fucked up for me to say that because I've definitely said less than kind things about Fuller. But I feel like we were headed to a point where we were going to have two good cornerbacks. Oh my God, is that even allowed?
Yeah.
Like,
it happened when we had two good safeties. They just can't keep They can't keep the shit right.
But it's so fucked up. It's like, really, you didn't have to do that. You didn't have to get greedy like that.
It's Ryan Pace, man.
Like Eddie, I wanted Eddie and Amos to stay together.
Yes,
they complement each other, man.
Right? And that was another one that's like Pace should get some fucking. You didn't even offer Amos a contract. Really, you thought you were so smart. You thought you were so fucking smart that you could replace Amos? Fuck that. That's so fucking bitch. And guess where Amos went to school? Penn State.
And guess who he got here? Allen Robinson.
A similar shit is happening with Allen Robinson. They think they're smarter than everybody, and they can just replace him. And we're not Athrobs. But it's just dumb how they're handling this. They could have fucking signed him and he could have a low-ass cap hit and they'd have plenty of money. You didn't have to go out and jump at the chance to sign Andy Dalton. Nobody was doing that. Nobody wanted his services. They got hoodwinked.
It was an act of desperation, dude.
Andy Dalton's agent called them up because they had no offers and said,
"Hey, John, can you take Pace out again?"
Yeah, like Andy Dalton's agent called them and said, "We got to offer for $9 million or $10 million from some team." Bullshit. They didn't have an offer.
They called Mike Glennon's agent. They say, "How'd you hoodwink these guys?"
Exactly. Like people, like Ryan Pace really thinks he fucking won the Glennon sweepstakes. Not only did he pay that motherfucker, they thought they had a hot commodity. They got fucking hoodwinked. They thought they had.
You remember what Pace's statements were on Glennon? Like he really thought he found some gem.
Bro, they thought he was Matt Flynn. You know, like they really thought they fucking found something. Like not only did they fucking overpay the fuck out of this dude, they thought they won some shit. They thought they hit the Glennon lottery. Bro, like you took one look at that dude. I was like, nope, that's not a quarterback. Fucking get that fucking guy.
Akeem put that out there on blast real quick.
Yeah, like come on, man. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Andy Dalton might be too good of a dude, and he's a family guy and he's a vet, so they're not really gonna do him like that. He's not getting any fucking forearm shivers from anybody.
He might.
Glennon had no respect. He's like a second year player.
Right.
Andy's got 11 years in it. Nah, they're not fucking with him like that. But you know,
if they do,
they will.
They've got though they've got to see it. Like you can only hold this kid back so long before it's going to be a problem.
But people are talking about the second half. No, they've already chalked this up in their mind as a loss. This game is about seeing if the offensive line is a tire fire or not. That's really what it is. And if Andy Dalton gets hurt, so well, we'll go with Fields and the project begins. Let's start the project. That's what they're doing. They're like keeping their fucking word, and they're going to see if the offensive line is fucking super trash or what it is, and then maybe they get lucky. Maybe Andy Dalton gets hot.
Let's see if it's trash. Hey, it's trash. Bring in
the
rookie.
Exactly. Like Nagy said that the offensive line looked better on tape than it did in person.
Real life. Yeah.
That's why I was like, oh, so on tape it was just trash, but in person it was flaming trash.
The tape we can't afford anymore, right? The tape we can't afford.
Yeah.
The tape, yeah, you know the rest of that.
Now Nagy can hide behind. He's watching the tape and you're not.
Yo, like all I'm saying, bro, like I'm saying is that like he knows he got a fucked up line again. This Tevin Jenkins shit threw them for a loop. It was this kind of a like sketchy plan to begin with. Like I'm good with cutting Leno and Massey. I'm not even about that life. I'm not going to cry about that. But I'm just saying, like, the plan that they had needed a lot of fairy tales and wishes and dreams to happen. And it's like you pushing it. Like, they really thought Tevin Jenkins was just going to go to the left tackle and just live there, huh? They really just thought, like, he was a day one starter and, like, that shit just doesn't happen for us.
Fully knowing his medicals, they thought that.
Well, and this is something different. It's still his back. Something different. It's all connected. There's nothing more all connected than your back.
Yep.
Like, you can't be like, oh, it was
like every major nerve runs through there.
Like, it's like, oh, no, it was up here in the, in this A7. It wasn't down here. Fuck out of here. It's all your back. Like, oh, that was different injury. Okay, cool.
Knowing that's going to get, though, because us hardcores, like, I do watch the L22 occasionally, right? I don't, like, sit there for hours and break it down.
As we've said before, I like the condensed game better.
Right, but, like, when you hear Nagy say shit like that, I'm going to go look at the tape. Well, we used to be able to look at the coach's film.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's just one more thing he's just going to hold over our heads. It's just like...
I'm going to miss actually being able to see that behind the quarterback view. That is... For offensive line, that's the view. That's what you want to see.
Right. What isn't that funny? Like, what if that's another reason that the NFL's like chill with the all 22? Because like the coaches must be fucking tired of it. You know what I mean? Like the coaches must be like, God damn it! Like between Madden and the all 22, every motherfucker thinks they're somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it is cool to allow
the coaches. I'm just saying the coaches are fucking sick of it.
It's cool for the fan experience, though, because we're seeing what they see, and we're noticing more shit. We're educating ourselves as better fans. There's nothing wrong with that. And
let's be honest, there are fans that fucking stump coaches. Like there are fans that have risen up to be reporters, and they get their moment, and they fucking put these coaches in a blender because. There's only a certain amount of like the cerebral football that you can live on. Mark Trestman took it to the absolute limit of being a nerd head coach. Like that's the highest level that a nerd will ever get in fucking, leading, a football team. Like that's the highest level that any nerd will ever ascend to. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy that he got to that level.
Hierarchy? Is that where we're at? A nerd hierarchy?
I don't know, but like you still have to have some fucking tough guy. Like I got some gravitas. Like Sean McVay's flex is that he's all fucking handsome. He's got the hot wife, and he's like a fucking he's got this little swag to him. He's got some swag. Like Nagy's thing is that he used to play. Fucking Shanahan's coaching royalty, LaFleur, he's kind of like a nerd king in the coach world. I mean, I gotta say, I eat a big pile of crow with LaFleur. Even with fucking Rodgers, he can coach his ass off. Like that dude, that dude can coach his ass off. Although he made a stupid fucking decision last season with that fourth down.
Yeah. He also has uber amount of talent. I mean, the running back room there is pretty good.
Absolutely. He has a top 3 receiver. He has probably a top 10 running back. He has a top 5 offensive line. He has
a Hall of Fame quarterback that hides all the deficiencies.
Right. But he's up there running his shit. He's not just letting Aaron Rodgers do whatever he wants.
Right.
I mean, because I think that was, this is not going to become Packers chat, and maybe, probably people that know more about the Packers would argue with me, but I think Mike McCarthy and Aaron Rodgers became their own worst enemies, And Aaron Rodgers, we have learned nobody can take passive aggressiveness to the extent that he is the undisputed king of passive aggressiveness. And if you think that Aaron Rodgers would not fucking do some shit to passive aggressively show up a coach on the field, you're kidding yourself.
He's about that. He's about it.
He will literally be his King Petty. He would throw his mama under the train to fucking make a point, and in a heartbeat. He's a savage like that because he knows he's gonna get another chance and he'll fucking make the. You know what I mean? But like,
so Dan, you were talking about all these coaches' personalities. Like, what about Dan Campbell?
Dan Campbell.
No, you're
he's the opposite. He's psycho. They hired like fucking. What was that? What's that wrestler? Fucking man. What's the big ass country?
Hillbilly Jim. Yeah,
it's like that. It's like Hillbilly Jim, or the dude with the mask. What was his name? What was it? Fucking. I'm fucking terrible with wrestling. Kane? No, the dude with like the Silence of the Lambs mask, but he was real big country.
Oh, Mankind.
Mankind, yeah. And that's what fucking Dan Campbell's like. It's just like, come on, man. Like, are you serious? The Lions cut Brashad Perriman. On paper, that should have been their best receiver.
See, he reminds me of like a mix between Big Lebowski and Sergeant Slaughter.
Yes, absolutely. He's a big country ass Texas dude with a weird. I mean, he's a weirdo. The neck, kneecaps, and shit. Like, that shit's not going to work long. They literally have no receivers for Goff. They have TJ Hawkinson and, like, a bunch of no-names. Perriman was supposed to be, like, a guy for them. Like, and they like, come on. They're fucking absolutely Quintez Cortez. It's like Cephas. Isn't it Quintez Cephas or some shit? It's like a Wisconsin guy, right?
Oh God, yeah, they don't
have anybody. They have nobody. Like, it's crazy. They're so tanking. It's not even funny. They're absolutely fucking tanking.
Do you think they go 0-16?
In 16? No, I don't think they go 0-16. I think they'll still fuck around and win 3 or 4 games.
That'd be crazy if they went 0-16 in a 17-game season.
That's what
I'm here for.
Quintez Cephas.
If anybody can do it,
0-17. That's right. Biscuits has a great point. It's 0-17.
A point that we just brought up, actually. Thank you for paying attention to us.
I'm paying attention to this to the fucking chat, and God damn it. That happens to you all the time where I say some shit and then you pop back on from being like off screen and you repeat exactly what I said.
It's like,
motherfucker, I just said that.
We've been doing this so long, it's like we're all married. We don't pay attention to each other anymore.
No, it's like, are you done talking? I'm not listening. I'm just waiting to talk, motherfucker. I'm not listening.
I'm trying to hold my thought, man.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I fucking lose my train, bro.
It's like blah, 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 blah. Okay, my turn.
Go.
And then the chat, bro. That's like fucking. We gotta manage that shit.
It's fun.
So wait, the Lions. You're saying because Biscuit says the Lions will beat the Bears week 4, paving the way for the Justin Fields era. I hate this comment.
We need to have Biscuits. We need to have Biscuits be the chat manager of chats.
Right. Well, then we got to put him on the show. We should just add him as a 4th.
Right.
It's hard to manage 4, though. The 4-man weave is challenging.
Yeah. Master of ceremonies, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Work the stats going, get the stats.
Chris is right. The fucking week 4 is the first game Fields plays. I agree. That makes sense. Chat and gravy. Who's ready for a little chat and chew? I'll chew longer, and it's gonna be a lot more chewing than chatting because it's fucking well done trash meat.
Oh,
but
like a tire.
I can't resist.
Can't even like take the help, right?
Like a pizza and a Pepsi. Can I just say that like Chicago Twitter throws up any old fucking tavern style cut into squares ass pizza and everybody's like, oh my god, that looks so good. Come on, stop the shit. A lot of it looks like trash. Like there's so many fucking
good, man, but
like it's fine, but like get over it. Like it isn't that fucking insane. Like this whole fucking we don't really like deep dish, we like the tavern style. Relax about it. Like just fucking relax.
Have you ever been to the Northeast? Like
just like I'm telling you, when you get like fucking New Haven style pizza where you got the chew and the crunch, fucking forget about it. Like your little squares, they're good. Don't get me wrong, the shit's good. But like motherfuckers are putting up home run in pizzas and acting like the shit is special, bro. Like it's like just and like fucking other people comment on like, oh my god, that looks so fucking good. Now don't get me wrong, you fucking go to some places, you know, and get one and it's fucking on point with the giardiniera and Italian beef or sausage and giardiniera or mushroom sausage, peppers, onions, fire. Nowhere close does it come to fucking Neapolitan style or New Haven style. Not even fucking close. When that shit bangs,
Pizzeria Regina in Boston. I'm just saying.
Yo, when the fucking thin crust shit bangs, there's a place in San Diego called Bronx Pizza where they do real deal Bronx pizza. They bring in Poland spring water because the water makes a difference in how the dough rises on the East Coast. It's just a fact. The fucking mineral content, the alkaline shit matters. So they bring in East Coast Poland spring water. They have the fucking charcoal oven. The pizza is fucking fire. If you're ever in San Diego, go to Bronx Pizza. It's some of the best pizza in the fucking country. They do the white pizza. It's fucking phenomenal. Like in these tavern style cut bullshit ass squares, like quit, just calm yourself down. Oh, you know it's fire if it comes in that box. Oh, the box that everybody orders from Cisco? Shut the fuck up. Like, quit getting all hyped about tavern style. Like it isn't all that. Like it's
we got some good pizza up this way, like for real.
Like I'm just saying, like, and Chicago has all kinds of pizza. Like it has fire, fucking charcoal oven, coal fire, which I recommend to everybody.
Even the Greek pizza houses, man, throw it down.
Yeah, there's like
the brick oven.
I'm just tired of seeing it where like literally every fucking thin crust pizza gets posted on my feed, and everybody's like, "Oh my god!" It's like it's fucking Connie's. Like, it looks like fucking trash. The squares aren't even cut square. Fucking calm down. Like,
these fucking rectangular pizzas, they're not squares. What are you doing? I'm a food snob.
Yo, and can I just say also with the
you know what though? It looks better than Jared's pizza.
Fuck you.
Yeah, it definitely shreds the pizza casserole.
Shit.
Like it definitely shreds the fucking casserole. No, I don't, bro.
Hell no.
Take you to school and take you to church. That's what happened.
Oh Lord. Oh.
Take you to pizza church.
Sure. I can't tell you how much your voice hits different knowing that I just shared a sweaty man hug with you a very short time ago.
You're welcome for that.
Jared was like a fucking sweaty, wet dog up in my restaurant.
Sweaty, wet, drunk. Let's see what else.
Jared's in his fucking element. He's like, fuck, man, we parked on the street. I don't know if we're gonna get towed. Fuck it.
I didn't think like,
there's an awful lot of buildings in these parts.
Actually, I like your neighborhood. Yeah,
it's a neighborhood. It's not nice. It's a neighborhood, you know. West Town over there. It's cool. It's a good little pocket. It's a peace little pocket of in amongst some, you know, whatever.
Yeah. It's got a good vibe.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. for sure. But it's just funny. Like, it's different. All right. Anyway, we fucking. Oh, was Jer still wearing the luchadora mask when you saw him? No, but he would have put it on in a goddamn heartbeat.
You bet your ass.
Here's what everybody who listens to the show needs to understand, and I think a lot of people already do understand, is that Jer is dyed-in-the-wool fan, bro. Like, Jer will go there. Jer will do that. Jer is your fan wingman. Like, you want to, if you tell Jer we want to go to the game and dress up like fucking Tyrannosaurus Rexes, Jer is your man. Jer will do what, yeah, Jer's got a fucking championship belt. Jer shows up ready to go. Jer shows up ready to drink. Jer shows up ready to fucking eat. Jer's a goddamn Bears fan, tailgate warrior. Like, nobody can fucking talk shit to this guy about fandom. Like,
I'll put his, man.
You know what's funny as fuck? This shit looks like an old WWE promo. And nobody can talk. You're like, you're Captain Lou Albano, and you're some fucking big ass wrestler.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nobody can
not
care. He's holding the belt.
Nobody. Let me tell you, brother.
Oh yeah. There's
brother,
stories.
Let me tell you something, brother. Ain't nobody stepping up to Jer in the Department of Fandom, brother.
What you gonna do?
Let me tell you something, brother.
We have fun with it, man. We have fun with it.
And Mike's a soldier with your ass too. He's more low key than you, but he fucking is about that life.
He loves it.
Hell yeah. That's a duo, bro.
Like
if you run into those dudes,
you remember Thunder and Earthquake?
Yeah.
Yes. If you run into those dudes in the fucking South Lot or fucking Waldron Deck or Lot B or whatever, you fucking know you're fucking.
We crashed a fucking frat party. It was great.
That's dope.
What was it? Was it Thunder and Earthquake? I forget those fuckers' names.
Typhoon,
Typhoon and Earthquake.
And plus, the best part is that Jer is so big, like physically large, that nobody will fuck with you if you're with him. Like, because like Jer definitely could fucking stampede some people if need be. Like, if need be, Jer would open a hole to get you. I know, but everybody has to give you that space, though. That's all I'm saying. Like, there's enough of you that dudes have to be worried.
I'm a good lead blocker.
I'm saying I could definitely fucking get to the end. No, it sounds weird now. I'm not going to say the rest of that. But
I'm good at reading. I'm good at reading coverage, so I'll take that big boy and clear things out. You know.
Boss.
Wow.
Not like that.
Here we go. Biscuits. Pittsburgh, November. Nothing but Speedo and a body paint.
Oh, we're gonna tear it up, buddy. That's just gonna fire.
Diddy and fucking Jer in Pittsburgh is gonna be some shit to remember.
Oh well, good luck trying to remember it. We're gonna have us a time.
Hey, bro, the Pittsburgh Steelers are putting Rashad Coward out there on the field. You know, I don't know if he's starting, but there's a chance that he plays for them. Their offensive line is rough. So it's not a given that Pittsburgh is going to be amazing.
No.
Got themselves a hell of a running back, though.
Yeah, Najee Harris looks like he's going to be good. I'm just saying that I think there's a chance that team is thin. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, Najee. So anyway,
that's one of those teams like the Patriots where you talk shit, you just can't count them.
Right, and then they just keep you can't. Yeah, I mean, you can't count them. They're like, the thing about the Steelers is that their floor is 8 wins.
Yeah, that's disappointment. Like,
they're mad if 8 wins. It's like, that's fucking awful. We're like, we made the playoffs. Nagy made the playoffs 2 out of 3 years.
Well, the difference is, like, my friend's a Steelers fan, bro. They're just so used to consistently being competitive. Yeah. He's just like, I don't even turn it on to regular season. I don't want to talk about the draft.
Yeah, great. Like, fucking.
They might be wanting to talk about it now because Cleveland's gotten. That's a tough division, man.
How many times
if Baker stays healthy,
they could be down.
I've heard this discussion with Cleveland before.
This feels different. They got some real stars on that team.
And they beat in the playoffs and just fucking take their lunch money. The Steelers.
Well, but that's because, I mean, it's just a question of, can Big Ben fucking be something? I don't know. Anyway, fucking this ain't Steelers chat. I think the Bears could win that game. If Justin Fields is playing, the Bears can win that game. You know what I mean? Like, watch the odds. Here's what I'm gonna fucking love.
We'll do our season pickems.
Dalton's gonna be shitty. It's gonna be Bears gonna be 1-3. Fields gonna start week 4. Watch the odds flip on the Bears. Watch Vegas. Let's find out what Vegas thinks of Fields. That'll show you everything. Because it's gonna flip the fucking odds. Like when Fields comes in, he's worth like 4 points on his own. Like he comes in as a 4-point swing towards the Bears. I'm just saying, like Vegas will know. I'm going to be interested to see. Like I think depending on what the Lions' record is, they'll probably be fucking 1-3 also, or 1-2. I guess it would be. No, it'd be 1-2 going into week 4. Same like the Bears would probably be 1-2. I don't know who the fuck they beat. Maybe Andy Dalton this decent game against the fucking Bengals. I don't know.
We'll be giving our season predictions and a little game preview next week, though.
Yeah, but anyway, that's it. We're gonna fucking wrap it up.
2 hours.
2 hours.
We gave it to you for 2 hours.
Crazy. Thanks for listening. Thanks for chatting. Fucking Chris. T Yakub 713. He's not Nagy's burner anymore. He changed back. That guy's a good follow. He doesn't have enough followers. People should follow him. He's got fucking funny shit to say.
He's building up his like 4th account.
He gets suspended by fucking talking shit to Pete Carroll. He gives no fucks. He fucking goes hard in the paint. Like he talks shit to everybody. Like that dude's fucking classic on Twitter. Everybody should follow him. TYACOUB 713. You know how we feel about our man Biscuits and Gravy, Bear Down Loyal, _ Bear Down Loyal. He's a real one. He's fucking kills it. Bus fucking just comedy. So we appreciate you guys. Appreciate everybody listening. Appreciate everybody tuning in. If you subscribe, if all that shit, we appreciate you. I know I talk shit and say, we don't give a fuck. But, we do it for the fucking people that are into it. If you're not into it, it's all good. It ain't fucking personal.
Absolutely.
So, we're going to chill. We're going to try to make it through this fucking doldrums, man. We're going to try to make it through this long-ass fucking stretch of, like, it's going to be...
The next time we see Fields.
Yeah, like, he's like, it's like we're going to be fucking dreaming about it. So, anyway, thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in. It's just another episode of The Tailgate Show.
The Bears.
The Jar Jar Binks Dalton.
You fuck.
Right back to that well, huh?
Misa back.
When he fucking, we said people gonna die?